Lü Zhi, August 18, 180 BCE, courtesy name Exu, was a female stateswoman in the early Western Han dynasty and the wife of Emperor Gaozu of Han, Liu Bang. Commonly known as Empress Lü or Empress Gao of Han, she was the first recorded empress and empress dowager in Chinese history. She twice ruled as regent, making her the first woman in China to exercise imperial power in her own name. Under the harsh feudal autocracy, she transformed from a dutiful and self-sacrificing young girl into a ruthless and inhumane tyrant. Lü Zhi remains a highly controversial and legendary figure in history. Lü Zhi followed her father, Liu Gong, to relocate to Pei County in order to escape their enemies. Liu Gong had a very close relationship with the county magistrate of Pei. To curry favor with their superior, the local officials all went to congratulate the Liu family on their new residence. Among them was Liu Bang, who at the time held the post of chief of Sishui Pavilion, a minor local official, below the county level, responsible for maintaining public order, preventing theft, and handling legal disputes. Liu Bang had a high-bridged nose, rounded, prominent brow bones, and a fine beard. Liu Gong was skilled in physiognomy and felt that Liu Bang bore the signs of great wealth and high rank. Moreover, from a young age Liu Bang did not stick to a regular occupation. He loved traveling and making friends, was well-informed, fond of grand talk, and got along well with people. It was a time of social upheaval following the Warring States period. As the ancients said, in troubled times heroes emerge. Liu Gong became convinced that Liu Bang would be an extraordinary figure, perhaps even one destined for princely or ministerial rank. So, disregarding others' criticisms of Liu Bang, Liu Gong treated him as an honored guest. After further observation and careful study, Liu Gong stood by his judgment and decided to marry his beloved daughter, Lü Zhi, to Liu Bang. The 3 obediences and 4 virtues were moral codes for women in ancient Chinese society. 3 obediences. Obey the father before marriage. A woman must follow her father's teachings and arrangements before she is married. Obey the husband after marriage. Once married, a woman must submit to her husband and center her life around him. Obey the son after the husband's death. If her husband passed away, she was expected to follow her son's guidance. 4 virtues. Within the framework of the 3 obediences, women were expected to uphold standards of thought and conduct in daily life, such as maintaining chastity and being filial toward the elders in the family, speaking gently and elegantly, behaving with dignity and dressing appropriately, possessing household skills, such as weaving, cooking, and other domestic tasks. After all, Lü Zhi came from a wealthy family and had received a good traditional education, making her an obedient and gentle daughter at home. Following her father's wishes, she married Liu Bang, who was more than 10 years older than her and already had an illegitimate son. Liu Bang was only a pavilion chief, with a modest income and a life that was far from affluent. He was often away from home on official duties. Serving her parents-in-law, working in the fields, raising children, and managing the household frugally became part of Lü Zhi's daily life. In addition to keeping the household affairs well organized, Lü Zhi also provided Liu Bang with considerable assistance in his official matters. During one mission to escort prisoners, Liu Bang became drunk and negligent, allowing the convicts to escape. This violated Qin law and forced him into a life on the run. Lü Zhi, however, was implicated and thrown into prison, where she endured great hardship. After her release, she once again shouldered the burdens of the household, managing daily life while also inquiring about Liu Bang's whereabouts and worrying about his safety. When she later learned that Liu Bang was safely hiding in Mount Mangdang, she would sometimes make long journeys to bring him clothing and food. She even declared that wherever Liu Bang resides, auspicious clouds often appear, exploiting the local people's superstition by claiming that Liu Bang was destined by heaven. In doing so, she ascribed the mandate of heaven to her husband, attracting many young men from Pei County to rally to his side. In 209 BCE, Liu Bang raised an army in Pei County, eliminated the county magistrate, and became the Duke of Pei, thus embarking on his path to contend for power and kingship. Lü Zhi's 2 elder brothers also joined Liu Bang's uprising, becoming generals under his command. At critical moments, they even saved Liu Bang's life. In reality, the Lü family was the earliest investor supporting Lü Bang in his rebellion against Qin and in founding his imperial enterprise. Lü Bang's rise on the path to kingship was precisely the reason why Lü Gong had been willing to marry his beloved daughter Lü Zhi to him in the first place, and it was also what Lü Zhi herself had hoped for. Yet for a woman, assisting a husband in his struggle for power amid the chaos of a turbulent age was far more difficult than raising children, serving her in-laws, and working the fields back in the countryside. In 205 BCE, the hegemon king of Chu, Xiongnu, dealt a crushing defeat to the Han army at Pengcheng. Lü Bang fled in panic, and along the way he encountered Lü Ying and Princess Lü Yuan, whom he took with him in his escape. The Chu army pursued them closely, and the heartless father Lü Bang even kicked his children out of the carriage several times to lighten the load. Fortunately, the charioteer Sha Hoying could not bear it and repeatedly lifted the children back onto the carriage, allowing them to narrowly escape. However, Lü Zhi and Lü Taigong, Lü Bang's father, had no time to be rescued by Lü Bang and were captured by Xiongnu as hostages. This ordeal of suffering completely transformed Lü Zhi's outlook on life. In 203 BCE, during a confrontation between the two armies, Xiongnu set up a large cauldron on the battlefield and threatened to boil Lü Taigong, Lü Bang's father, alive, with Lü Zhi tied up beside him. Lü Bang, appearing completely indifferent, smiled at Xiongnu and said, "We are both subordinates of King Huai of Chu and sworn brothers. Isn't my father your father too? If you're going to boil our fathers, don't forget to let me have a cup of the broth." His cold and cruel demeanor sent a chill through Lü Zhi's heart. In 202 BCE, the 4-year Chu-Han contention came to an end. Lü Bang defeated Xiongnu, ascended to the throne as emperor, appointed Lü Zhi as empress, and established Lü Ying as crown prince. Lü Zhi's father, Lü Gong, had once predicted that Lü Bang would rise to become a man of princely and ministerial rank, and his prophecy had finally come true. Yet his daughter Lü Zhi did not feel happiness. In 200 BCE, after being besieged in the Battle of Baidang, Lü Bang realized that the young Han dynasty did not yet have the strength to completely defeat the Xiongnu by force. He began considering a marriage alliance with them. However, when Lü Bang planned to send the eldest princess, Princess Lü Yuan, to the Xiongnu, Lü Zhi strongly opposed it. Night and day, she wept and pleaded with Lü Bang, saying, "I only have the crown prince and this one daughter, how can I abandon her and send her to the Xiongnu?" Helpless, Lü Bang ultimately abandoned the idea and instead sent a girl from the family disguised as the princess to form the alliance.